I'm excited this morning to share an example of an AI application that we're piloting with the City of Cornwall. So I'm going to start with a thank you to Cornwall. They're longtime customers. They've got a great open data site, and it's been a pleasure working with their planning and GIS teams on this pilot. Housel Levine is an Esri partner and urban planning firm who specialize in providing leading-edge geospatial solutions within the planning space. I'm excited to show you their EuclidHL product. So Euclid is a public-facing, AI-powered planning and zoning assistant. It answers general and geospatial questions about planning policy. Questions like, can I build a triplex at 112 St. Felix Street? So the zoning assistant provides an easy-to-use natural language interface to reduce municipal front desk planning inquiries. This frees up urban planners and GIS folks to focus on higher value tasks. It's trained on a municipality's own planning policies and GIS data. So here we can see that it's identified the property is within a residential 15 zone, which is a low density area. It's summarizing some of the key standards that apply, so whether it's minimum lot frontage, minimum lot area, describing some of the setbacks, maximum lot occupancy, and the like. It's also picking up that there's a site-specific zoning exception on this address specifically, which modifies that residential 15 zone. And that modification allows for a duplex dwelling on this property, which is actually an exception to the standard residential 15 zone. It then concludes that duplex dwellings are permitted under the property, but a triplex is not explicitly permitted under the current zoning bylaw. So this assistant can also answer more complex questions. Questions like, what are the goals of the Cornwall waterfront plan? So it's using a large language model trained on urban planning concepts, and Housel Levine has got decades of experience in this space, and that they've used this experience in the planning industry to calibrate the model and then verify the responses. So the model is returning a response based on the text of the Cornwall official plan, the Cornwall zoning bylaw, and the waterfront plan. So here we can see that it is summarizing the official plan. It's going to give me the major goals of the plan. It will talk about some of the other objectives from the waterfront plan. It will also suggest some follow-up questions, and it also loads the official plan land use map here. So let's say I really want to dig in deeper and to understand how angular planes might impact building height and massing within waterfront zoning districts like the Central Business District. So Euclid is an AI agent, and so under the hood, what it's doing is it's using reasoning to determine which of those policies it needs to refer to answer this specific question, and then it's evaluating all the potential responses to find the best one. So here we can see that it is defining angular plane and how they're measured. It's describing the effect on building height and massing. It's picking up some details about the Central Business District and talking about the practical impact. In addition to all of that text, it's also surfacing a diagram directly from the zoning bylaw that can explain this concept a bit more clearly. So this kind of an interface can be a great resource for the public and residents to understand how their cities are growing and changing in the future. So let's say as a resident, I want to understand what the redevelopment plans are for the dry docks. So Euclid can also integrate with ArcGIS Urban and City Engine. So this scene was exported from City Engine in order to allow the public to interact with the plans and policies in 3 dimensions and very dynamically. There we go. So this is a pretty exciting pilot. And I think this idea of an interface that allows the public to ask plain language questions about planning policy and zoning and see the responses either as text, diagrams on a map, or in 3D is quite exciting. But not only that, we're excited to see more and more of these kinds of AI, agentic AI applications coming in the future that are going to be based on and leveraging your GIS data in order to solve all the complex challenges that our communities are facing. I'd like to invite you to swing by the community planning kiosk throughout the day and tomorrow to meet Rob from the EuclidHL team and to learn about all of our planning and housing products and solutions. Thank you.